everyone. Hi, 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 everyone. Hi. Good morning from London. Long time no see. Hey, oh, hey, Bob. Hey, Anne. Hey, Sayed. Oh, Hussein. Should I call you Hussein instead? Let me see. Me how to figure. Okay, I haven't done these webinars for you guys for a while. Okay, hey, Gustavo. Hi, Igor, Kelvin, Moses, Shahid, Stephen, Stuart, TM, Zoran. We've got, I think, more than 100 signups today, so I'm gonna let some of you. Hey, Bob, long time no see. Hey, Kelvin. Hey, Zoran. Hi, Igor. I've been good. Hey, Moses. Oh, I'm so glad you guys still remember me. I actually did miss you guys. I always tell this I miss you guys. But I've been focusing on a different language. Hi, Bob. Good to see you. Hey, Gustavo. Okay, I do still see people joining. Let's just give them a minute or two to join because there are like 100 signups today. So I only see, hi. I'm not sure if you're Stefan or Steven. I think it's Steven, right? I think it should be Steven. Okay, more and more people. Hey, Desiree. Okay, guys. While everyone else is joining, good to see you. Let me just go through what we're going to be learning today. We're going to be learning a gun trading strategy. I am not going to lie, this is not an easy topic. So if you are a beginner here, I think just listen. It's okay if you're confused. When I just learned it, I was so confused. You disappeared on VIP. Yeah, yeah, I miss you guys too. So I don't know if that's told you. I think mostly also because of trading. So trading has given me a lot of freedom and whatnot. I've managed to start my own business. So I've been focusing on my own business, and I do still do webinars. And I still teach and share once in a while, but mostly I focus more on my own business and my own trading now. So that's why you guys don't see me as often anymore. Yes, but I did miss you guys. Okay, yes. Today's topic not easy. I'm not like if I have to rank a difficulty level for this, it's gonna be like out of 10, it's gonna be like 9. Yes, so bear with me. Thank you, Desiree. So bear with me. I'll try my best to explain it as simply as I can, but this is such a what did you venture into? Okay, so I am still trading full time. I'm actually a I do a lot of prop trading now. So since the last time I saw you guys, I actually passed more FTMO and my Forex Fund test, which I will introduce. I will share in a bit. So yes, trading is a very good. Then on top of that, I actually have 4 other businesses on the side. So um we're in renovation, we're in a bit of home reno, a bit of electronics, a bit of what's the other two? Oh, e-commerce, so drop shipping, and the last one is, let me see, what was the last one? Yes, I have a few, I can't remember. The other one is e-commerce as well. Hi, Jamilu. Don't worry, trading will fund your dreams. Okay, let's start today's webinar. Not easy, okay? So again, guys, it's not easy topic. So I was thinking the whole time, how am I going to like simple this topic down? So I think what I'm going to do is focus. I'm going to teach you guys like everything like that I can possibly teach in 1 hour in regards of gun trading. But more importantly, later when we go into trading view, I will only focus on the things that I think will help you in trading, because there's no point trying to like cram all this like really sophisticated information, right? And then it actually does not even help your trading. The whole point of these webinars and the whole point I see markets do these webinars for you guys is to help you guys improve in trading, right? So if you are learning something that's not even gonna grow your account or improve your trading, ultimately, like, we will try to omit that. We can just say it's good information to know. Okay, so disclaimer, you guys know how this works. Any information I shared in this webinar should not be construed as trading advice. Please be cautious when you're trading, especially for the new ones. I think one thing that's super important is to master your risk management. After that, your trading will be amazing. Okay, no matter if you're a good or bad trader, if you master risk management, your account will never be bad. So please be careful when you're trading. Also, do not take anything I say as trading advice or like any form of financial advice. This whole webinars are just for learning. It's just to learn and to help you guys grow. Okay, our agenda for today, we're gonna do gun trading strategy. We're gonna learn about the gun box, gun square, complicated as hell. I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat this. And then we're gonna go to gun fed. So if we have time, I'm gonna show you guys. Obviously, we're gonna have time. When I go into TradingView, and I'll show you guys how do you use this in trading. I'm going to show you guys out of 3 of this, I want to focus on showing you guys the gun fed. Yes, I can show you guys the gun box and the gun square, but I think it's too complicated. Honestly, I don't see and I don't know any profitable trader who is using this on a daily basis. But when I was learning about this, I was like, okay, I can see how the gun fed would complement someone's trading style. Right, so we can go down and I'll show you guys how to. My risk management was horrendous, not because I can't trade, because I risk so big, make back my loss. I finally learned my lesson. Yes, please learn to manage risk. It's super important. Thank you, Shah Hussein. Okay, introducing your host. For those who don't already know me, I'm so glad so many of you still remember me as Bob. My name is Cass Cassandra. You can call me Cass. I'm an freelancer at Everest Fortune Group now, because like I was saying, I'm focusing a lot more on my business, but I do still do these webinars for you guys when I can. Everest Fortune Group is an award-winning research firm. Okay, they're the finalists for 2019, 2020, and 2021. And they also won the best forex research and best equity finalists for the best forex and best equity research. Okay, personally, this is not upgraded at all. So I think more importantly, what I want to share with you guys in terms of trading, my experience is my own experience. I work in the bank. I work as an air hostess, air stewardess with Singapore Airlines. That's important information, okay? Because I want to show you guys that it doesn't matter where you come from. You can just be an air stewardess and you can still be trading if you want. The whole point of me telling you this is that trading can be learned, and it is a skill that you should learn because it is a life-changing skill if you master it. Okay, so since the last time I saw you guys, I've actually passed way more FTMO on MyForex Fund. I just passed another MyForex Fund account again. I just passed another MyForex Fund account. So for those who don't know what these are prop trading tests, right? So you need to pass this test, you need to do at least 8% for MyForex Fund and 10% for FTMO to pass within the month, within 30 days or 22 trading days, because weekends are not counted. So I've passed up multiple times. My journey for this is, my goal for this is to get a $1 million funding. Okay, so once you pass, they fund you. Okay, then once they fund you, whatever you make from the funded accounts, they split the profit with you. So the profits sharing is 80%. So I mean, it doesn't, to put that in very perspective, let's say you are funded $1 million and you made 10% this month, for example, or conservatively 5% this month, and 5% for $1 million account is, that's $50,000 a month, 80% profit split. So I think that is good money, especially because you are not risking any of your money, you're risking the prop trading firm's money. So that my journey is to get 1 million funding. I'm on my way there. I just passed another one. Hopefully by end of next year, I would have already gotten my 1 million funding. And whatever I share with you guys in this webinar is ultimately my own experience and to help you guys grow in trading as well. Okay, so my specialty is identifying reversals from Fibonacci confluences and combining all of that with technical analysis. Okay, so if you guys have any question, morning, hey Fabio, nice seeing you again, Bob. Hi. If you guys have any questions throughout this webinar, it doesn't have to be about gun trading strategy, because I can tell you for sure, gun trading strategy is not easy. Okay, but if you have anything you want to ask about trading that will help you, like you think will help everyone here improve in their training, don't be shy, you can ask. Are you allowed to copy trade? Meaning nope, you are not allowed to copy trade. So every account I have few different trades. And I'm proud to say that today is the 22nd of November. I'm currently 8% in profit. So yes, I hope to pass this knowledge along. Okay, let's start with this not easy topic. Gun trading strategy. What is gun trading strategy? Let's find out. So the gun trading strategy was basically invented by this guy. If you guys go on TradingView, right, you go into like indicators, you click on indicators, you will see that there's like hundreds of indicators available. Actually, there's more than hundreds, because that's only the ones that are freely available on TradingView. There's actually way more indicators. Even Des himself, like the guy who usually takes you guys, he himself has created indicators. Okay, so this indicator was created by William Delbert Gunn. Yes, it's not important. We don't need to know when he was born. But yes, so he was a trader. He was known for using geometry, astrology, and ancient mathematics to predict events in the financial markets. You'll be surprised. I went to a course before, and the guy told me that he uses, and this guy works for CNBC. Okay, he told me that he uses astronomy, which is like the movement of meteors in space, to predict where the markets are going. And I'm just like, wow, okay, I don't know, man. I only use technical analysis. I'm not there yet. So some of his ideas on trading are used in technical analysis tools and integrated into current charting and trading software platforms. His trading theories are doubters and have doubters and supporters alike, and one of them is the gun theory. Well, his most famous one is the gun theory. Audio is gone for me. Okay, audio is back. Okay, cool. Okay, here's the part that we're gonna. Okay, so understanding the gun indicator, again, for those who are still getting used to trading, this is an advanced topic. Okay, so don't worry if you are confused. When I just learned this, I'm just like, why? After I explain the textbook definition to you, I will explain it in like the simplest form that I can think of. Okay, so understanding the gun indicators are based on the notion that market rotates from angles to angles, and when the angle is broken, the price moves towards the next one. So if we put that into like the simplest terms, it basically means that all these lines here are kind of like support and resistance. So even this trend line looking thing that will come out when you use this indicator, and all these horizontal lines are form of support and resistance. So usually in the gun indicators, people combine this with Fibonacci and your everyday support and resistance, okay, to make the indicator a bit more accurate, because this indicator is not 100%, like you can't just use this indicator and you can win every trade. That's not how it works. But that's the same with any indicator. Okay, there's no indicator out there that works 100% of the time. There's no strategy that works 100% of the time. So similarly to this, it doesn't work 100% of the time, but we can try to increase the success rate by combining with other things, with support, resistance, and Fibonacci levels. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the definition, the very textbook definition of this. Okay, so several angles together make up a gun fan. The gun studies have been used by active traders for decades, and even the futures and stocks markets have changed considerably, and they remain popular methods analyzing the asset's direction. So newer trading areas such as Forex and ETFs have made it necessary to revisit some of the constructive rules and applications concepts, although the basic construction of gun angle remains the same. The article, so basically they're saying that because of how the markets are structured nowadays, that the old method of when that before is not applicable or it doesn't work very well, and that's why we need to combine it with other things. Okay, so again, I'll show you how to combine with other things when we move into TradingView later. But yes, this is what the gun box will look like. All these are just support and resistance, and trend line, basically. Later when we move into TradingView, I'll show you what it looks like on TradingView, and then you'll be mind blown. I was mind blown. What is the difference between gun and fib? So gun, I think, okay, fib is used to complement gun. Fib is a totally different thing. Fib is a calculation, or is it a, yeah, it's a calculation. It's a technical analysis, a calculation in technical analysis that used in technical analysis to calculate where like you think the possible support resistance are. So this gun trading strategy is a form of support resistance as well. So using fib, you can kind of complement the gun. It's just another form of support resistance. It's just like the channel. Channel is also a form of support resistance. Ichimoku is also a form of support resistance. What else? A trend line is a form of support resistance. So the gun strategy is also a form of support resistance, but with a lot more angles into it. Okay, so what is a gun box? This is what a gun box looks like. This is really what a gun box looks like. This is actually the more simplified version of a gun box already. Okay, one thing I like about this is that you can see this the Fibonacci numbers, 25, 38, okay, this is not, it's actually 38, 23, 38.2, 50%, 61.8, and 75%. So the gun box, the gun box is used in innovative geometric and numeric relations to create several technical analysis tools to help analyze the market. The gun box is one such powerful tool which can be used to measure and detect recurring price cycles. Hey Brian, don't worry about it. It is confusing, but again, like I said, the first part of this webinar, we're going to focus on like the very textbook definition. These are literally definitions I just like, I was Googling and I got, these are the definitions I get. But later when we move into TradingView, I will show you how to use these indicators. Okay, so these, like whatever I share with you right now, it's good to know. Okay, it's just good information to know, but later, more importantly, we will learn how to apply this into your own trading later. Okay, so one look, it just really looks like a lot of support resistance. Actually, it looks a lot like Fibonacci with more sections. Okay, so again, I'm going to explain the very textbook definition of this, and then we're going to move on to TradingView. Then I'm going to explain how you can actually use this in your own trading. So the gun box is used, a powerful tool which can be used to measure detect recurring price cycles. Okay, so you use this box to kind of measure your price cycles, and the users can set the time and the price range for the cycle which is expected to repeat. Okay, so it's also using time. In this sense, the gun box is like a roadmap for the market which can be used to look for targets. Please note that when we are using the gun box, okay, later when we go TradingView, you guys will see what I mean. That okay, so you know how when you use like normal indicators, like let's say you pull out the moving average or Ichimoku, or let me see what other indicators, the Bollinger Band, the Donchian channel, for example, you click those indicators and it comes out and it will align itself or it measures itself correctly to price action. But the gun box, when you go into the indicator and you click gun box or like gun square or like gun fan, you need to adjust the indicator yourself. So you need to know how to use this indicator. If not, you're gonna use it incorrectly. Okay, so the box divides prices and time into equal partitions called price and time levels, and is drawn from a major pivot, either low or high. So the exact price and time levels can be set by users in accordance to their strategy, and the gun box can be applied across various markets to forecast key price and time levels and can be used with or without angles. So trading view would have this tool that we will be looking at later. Okay, what is a Gantt square? This is what a Gantt square will look like. Okay, this is what a Gantt square looks like. So squares, circles, and triangles are the three most common geometric shapes that form the basis for most of Gantt's work. Gantt's wheel and square are most common applicants and form the cornerstone of Gantt's work. So for example, the Gantt of 9, which is an indicator we can also find in TradingView later, the square of 144 and the hexagon are some of the many works that Gantt are popular for, and some traders do use this strategy. So also, this is the Gantt square. You can actually draw a circle around it. So drawing a circle connecting the four corners of the square brings the concept of angles into perspective. The angles measured by degrees can point the potential support resistance level when the price is said to be moving within an angle. Yes. Don't worry, I understand. I know, I can see a lot of you very confused here. Don't worry about it. Again, don't worry. Like I said, when we go to TradingView, I will only teach you things that I think is useful, honestly. Like there's hundreds of indicators out there, right? So you can learn all 100 of it, but if it doesn't add value into your trading, what is the purpose of retaining this information? So we can learn this, like we can learn Gantt box, Gantt square, Gantt, like all the Gannts in the world, right? But later, the one that I really think will be useful to your trading, even to my own trading style, which I did try. I did backtest a little. I backtested and I think that it will work, is the Gantt triangle, which we'll go through. The Gantt square and the Gantt box, I do think they can be useful. But when I'm looking at it, I'm just thinking like, it's a lot of support resistance, honestly, which looks like bingo. Looks like a fortune telling calendar. Yes. Yes, this is the indicator we're learning today. Okay, we will just focus today on the Gantt triangle, okay? Because I really, when I was like back testing, I keep back testing, because I know I was going to teach you guys this the last few days. So I spent like 1 week trying my best to see how this would help a trader. I'm just like, this is literally just support and resistance, but made complicated 1,000 times, right? So later I'll show you guys the Gantt triangle in a while. Okay, so the chart below, the chart that I show you guys shows that there is a square between a circle. That's how the traders use to kind of look for support resistance by, like, basically when price is moving, it's not supposed to move out of this box. It's also not supposed to move out of this circle. Yes. So using the Gantt square, to use the Gantt square, it's simple. Replace the starting number 1 with a number of your choice and the desired step value. In the reverse example, the increment is 1, but you could use large or smaller values as well. Okay, the resulting numbers of the ordinal and cardinal number cause the key resistance and support level. Yes, so all of this is the main point, is to look for, it looks like numbers are ascending numerically series in a clockwise spiral. That's right. So that is even more like in-depth explanation into why they are like these numbers, which I did not want to include because into this webinar. Because I think like, oh, this is so much, man. I don't know if, so today there's 100 of you here, right? I don't even know like how many of the 100 here would able to comprehend like the depth of this. So to make it very, very simple, right? The whole point of this is to figure out support and resistance. Yeah. So based on the information, the traders can look to either buy or sell into the nearest support and resistance level. And the Gantt square of 9 also factors the planetary movement and the degree of price movement based on the circle. It is kind of like fortune telling, isn't it? Okay. Let's learn the next one, which is the gun fan. This is, of all the guns that I have learned, I think this is the one that I will want to focus on today. So the gun fan, what is the gun fan? Okay. Later I'll explain the very simple definition. Okay, so what is gun fan? The gun fan are the form of technical analysis based on the idea of the market, is geometric and cyclical in nature. A gun fan consists of a series of lines called gun angles. These angles are superimposed over price cut to show potential support resistance level, and the resulting image is supposed to help technical analysts predict price changes. Okay, so how does it work? The angle lines are drawn above and below a central 45-degree angle, which I'll show you guys later when we go to trading view. Okay, the gun fan are drawn from a central 45-degree angle line and extends out from the specific trend reversal level. So traders will draw a gun fan at a reversal point to see support resistance level extended into the future. The 45-degree line is known as a one-to-one line because the price will rise or fall at the 45-degree angle when the price moves up or down 1 unit for each unit of a time. So all other lines in the gun fan are drawn above and below the 1.1 line, and traders can use a varying number of lines above the below the 1.1 line in the gun fan chart. So the other angles associated to this is 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 8-to-1, and 1-to-8, 1-to-4, 1-to-3, and 1-to-2 time to price moves. The 1-to-1 line is a primary indicator. However, chartists have choices for adding additional lines at their discretion in both an uptrend and downtrend, and the 1-to-1 line can be helped to detect a reversal. In a downtrend, a price that stays below the 1-to-1 line is considered bearish, and in an uptrend, a price that stays above the 1-to-1 line is considered bullish. So thus, 1-to-1 line can serve as a support and resistance. Okay, and additional lines drawn in the gun fan diagram are also used as resistance and support lines. Gun believe that if the price moves through one angle, it would likely head to the next angle. So for example, if the price dropped below the 45-degree angle, the 1-to-1, it would move to the 26 to 25-degree angle, the 2.1. Okay, so these are the very textbook definition. We can move into trading view, and I'll show you guys in the simplest way I can think of how to apply these indicators that we have just gone through. Give me a sec. Okay, trading view. Okay, let's go through 3 of the things that we learned. So the first one, where do these numbers come from? Oh, okay, Bob. When I plot the gun fan in a while, I'll explain the numbers. Okay, let me just show you. So you can just type gun in trading view. There will be a lot of guns that comes up. So you've got your gun fan, you've got your gun square, you've got your gun, the other one is the gun box, which we'll not be focusing today. Okay, we will be focusing on the gun fan today because I was looking at the gun box and it just feels a lot like support resistance to me, which like I feel like with or without it, a trader will be fine. Okay, but the gun fan, I can totally see how it would really complement a trader. So I'm just to put in perspective, this is what a gun box looks like. Gun squares look like, sorry. Yeah, this is how gun box, gun square looks like. It really, I think someone was saying it looks like a fortune telling calendar. Would I be correct? Probably works because I do think it probably works. I do think these indicators work. Yeah, of course. Actually, like a lot of indicators, if we go into the charts, right? there's hundreds of indicators. I'm sure like all of them work to some degree, right? But the more importantly thing is like the more important thing here is that when you learn an indicator, you need to find a way to make it work. So I do, when I was learning all of this, I do see how it would help. I just think like it's very, I think it's very complicated. Like what the whole point of the gun, right? The gun square, the gun box, and the gun fan is to really narrow down what support resistance is, right? But a very simple form of support resistance, honestly, is just like your normal horizontal support resistance would give you a very good angle of support resistance already. Like a lot of very, very simple things would be able to give you the same thing this indicator is trying to achieve, right? So that's why I do think, I'm sure this is a good indicator, but I think like at some point, especially for new traders, this can be like unnecessarily like overwhelming. So I'll show you guys something. Okay, for example, if you guys know me, you know I really love to use the Ichimoku. If you pull out the Ichimoku, for example, right? Look at how messy it looks. Like a new trader would look at this indicator and be like, how do you use this indicator? But actually there's such a simple way to use this indicator. You go into the settings, you cancel everything, just get rid of everything. You only leave the plot background. That alone can get you a very good trade already. Like you didn't even need to complicate. Like I think in trading, to make consistent profit, it's important that you don't overcomplicate things. Like I was telling you guys recently, I've been passing a lot of the tests. I've been consistently profitable for months and months, for quite a while now. And when I show people how I trade, it's really like, it's as simple as it gets. It's really just support resistance. It's really just trend line. It's really just Fibonacci. So I do think this indicator works. I just think it can come off a bit complicated. And I think when it comes to trading, you shouldn't complicate your life, right? So yes, to answer your question, I'm sure enough people are using it and it works for enough people, but it doesn't seem like a very, very simple indicator to use. Yeah, so this is how the gun square looks like. And then you need to adjust your gun square based on the timing that you want to use, right? And support and resistance, that means based on the swing height and the swing low. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to use the gun fan. Let's get rid of this. Let's pull out the gun fan. Yes, this is how the gun fan looks like. Honestly, if I was someone, I was a new trader and I saw this, I'll be like, what is going on? Seriously, right? I'll be like, what is going on? Okay, so let me like simplify it. Okay, so to use the gun fan, let's start with one time frame. Let's start with the 4 hours. Doesn't matter which time frame. You need to identify your swing high and your swing low. Okay, you need to identify your swing high and your swing low here. So we're gonna identify the latest swing high and the latest swing low. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a horizontal line, which is here. Sorry, a vertical line, which is here. You're gonna highlight the swing high here. Okay. And then we're gonna highlight the horizontal line here on the swing low. Okay, so you kind of get like this, you kind of narrow down this area here. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Do you guys see that? Where did you get that? We're just about to apply it now. Okay, you guys got that. Okay, so now you're gonna go look for the 45. You're gonna need a 45-degree angle, trend angle, and you're gonna find 45-degree out of this. Okay, so I'm gonna just highlight 45-degree here. Give me a moment. You also want to, is everyone following for now? Okay, this is still the like easy, this is still the simple part, okay? Okay, why did I highlight that? Okay, so when you first want to identify your swing high and swing low, right? So we've identified our swing high, which is here. Okay, we've identified the swing high, which is here, and we've identified the swing low, which is here. Okay, we've identified the swing high and the swing low. Okay, so now we want to kind of like draw it. We're gonna eventually delete all this horizontal and this vertical lines, but we're just leaving it there for now as a guide to draw our pen. Okay, to draw our pen, we're just gonna leave this here as a guide, and we're gonna use that 45-degree angle to find, where is my angled? Oh, what's going on? There was that 45-degree angle. Okay, sorry, there you go. Okay, we're also gonna highlight a 45 degrees from here. Okay, cool. Everyone see that kind of like triangle thingy you're gonna find, right? Okay, now you're gonna go look for a gun fan. Okay, so the gun fan, I did there in some of your settings. I think your default settings on the side here will appear. If not, you can just go into the indicators and just type gun fan. Okay, then you're going to, okay, you see the problem with this gun fan, and there should be one way you can use to draw your own gun fan. Okay, there you go. It's gun fan is here. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Why am I not using the one from the indicator? Sorry, you can find it here at the side, but you can also use the one indicator. Why? Because the one in the indicator is using a different high. I'm taking this high here, which I think is the most recent high, and the one the indicator is using is this high. You see, like the starting point for this gun fan is here, right? But I want to be focusing on this one. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the one from this part, and I'm just going to manually draw the gun fan from here. So here, we're gonna draw a 45-degree angle. So you're gonna click on that swing low starting from here, and then you're gonna draw, click on your 45-degree angle that you plotted earlier on, and you're gonna leave that there. And then you're gonna go back to your gun fan, click on this swing high here. I think better to use a magnet. Click on the swing high here and go to your 45-degree angle that you plotted just now. Okay, so this will be your gun fan. Okay. On M4, you can draw the gun. Yep. You should be able to draw the gun on the MT4. Oh, I see a lot of you are very interested to use this indicator. Which is, I mean, it's good. It's good. If you guys find an easy way to use it, do let me know. I would love to explore as well. One other indicator that I actually really love is the Elliott wave. The gun, I think it's okay. I think, do I love it? Okay, so once you got your gun, you can now remove all those things that you use as a guiding line. I'm gonna remove this horizontal, vertical line. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove this horizontal here, and we are only left with the gun. Okay, so once you've got the gun, this is what you have. So basically, I don't know if you guys can see very clearly. You can see that price actually, if you look closely, right, you can see all these lines. You can see all these lines here, right? You see all these lines. It's a form of support and resistance. So when price gets here, it kind of reverses from the line. It moves on. It touches the line and reverses because there's kind of a support here, and then it reverses, and then it goes down, and then it reversed here. You see where that upwards facing gun fan and the bottom facing gun fan lines up here. Can you guys see what I'm trying to say? Should I zoom in? Like this, in this exact area, right? In this exact area where price, I'm going to change it to a line chart so that it's clearer. Okay. I'm going to delete all the drawings so you guys know what I'm talking about. You see why I didn't want to recommend using these indicators, because I don't think it's a simple indicator to use. I think it's probably useful, but not simple. Okay, so I'm going to change it to a line chart so that it's simpler to see. Okay, you can see how price came to this area and then it reversed off. Why? Because this is where the upwards and the downwards is like meeting. So it forms it's a area of resistance, and that is where price is expected to reverse off. Did you adjust the settings? No, I did not adjust settings. These are just the default settings that TradingView is using. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys remember the textbook version that I said just now, like I know I mumbled a lot of things earlier in the webinar, right? If you guys remember the textbook version that I was mentioning just now, so the creator of this indicator is expecting that if price breaks the 1 to 1, it's expected to go to the 2 to 1. Okay, so it's really just a different kind of support and resistance, right? If you guys are very familiar with support resistance, you will know that this gun strategy thing is really just another form of support resistance. Okay, so price is expected to reverse there, and price would have been expected to reverse in this area as well. So it didn't exactly reverse in this area, but it came close and reversed. It did reverse on like this support area here. Okay, so let me give you guys like a minute to digest this again. Okay, once you draw out, you plot your gun. Okay, I did not want to use the one in the indicator because the indicator was pulling the gun from a different swing high. Okay, I want to use this swing high because this is where the nearest swing high is. So the first thing you want to do if you're using the gun pen is you need to identify you need to identify the most the nearest swing high and swing low, okay, which we did already. Okay, I'm going to change it back to a candlestick chart. So we've identified our swing high and swing low. So from our swing high and swing low, you want to identify the meeting point of the swing high and swing low, which is here. Okay, remember we kind of like highlighted this area earlier on in the webinar. The start of this, we highlighted this swing high and this swing low here. Why you want to identify here, then you're going to meet this area here. You're going to take out your, this is exactly where your gun will be starting from. Okay, Then once you have plotted that, you will get all this like little squares. Okay, all these like little squares. I don't know what's the name of this shape. Sorry, is it called a diamond? I don't know what's the name of this shape. Okay, like this little like slanted square thingy. Okay, you're gonna use all these little slanted square and these areas. Okay, all these little slanted squares or all this like slanted like trend line will be your support and resistance. Okay, and that's where you expect price to reverse up. Okay, now that we have did the first part of this analysis, we are now going to combine it with Fibonacci. Okay, so just like any other indicator, there is literally like there's nothing on TradingView, right? I mean, if you guys have found one, do let me know. Okay, there is no indicator in TradingView that you can use on its own and it's accurate enough to give you high probability trades. Okay, so I have been using a lot of Elliott Wave as well. Elliott Wave recently have been my bread and butter. Okay, so Elliott Wave, even Elliott Wave, you can't just like plot it on its own. You need to combine Elliott Wave with other things. So the thing that you combine Elliott Wave is I combine it with horizontal support resistance, I combine it with Fibonacci, I combine it with indicators still, right? Even though like you can go like on YouTube, you can go research, a lot of traders will say, no, Elliott Wave on its own is good enough already. No, I think you always want to combine it with other things to make the analysis even more accurate. Okay, so now that we have plotted our gun fan, we are now going to combine this with Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so for those, I hope you guys, I mean, there's so many regulars here. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so we're gonna, from the swing high, we're gonna pull to the swing low. We're gonna pull out 23.6, 38.2, 0.5, 61.8, and 78.6. Okay. I want to highlight that area that has the most resistance. And the area that I really see with the most resistance right now is the 50%. Okay, can you see why I'm very biased for the 50% right now? Because the 50% of the Fibonacci retracement also lines up with this like crossing like intersection of this gun fan. Do you see that? So not only is the gun fan like crossing here, the 50% Fibonacci is also lining up in this exact same area, making me believe that this 50% here is a very strong area of resistance. Everyone good for now? Everyone still following? Okay, cool. That means, okay, so how gun fan I can think of to complement our usual trading strategy, okay? Because like, okay, so every week, right? Every week, you know, we learn a new indicator, right? So this week is gun fan. Maybe next week we're gonna learn, let me go into indicators. Okay, we're gonna learn maybe Caixin oscillator, or the week after we're gonna learn Corners RSI. The week after we're gonna learn gaps, historic volatility. Okay, so every week we'll be learning different indicators, right? But there's, again, like I said, there's hundreds of indicators available. So you don't learn one new thing and just totally forget that your base principle. So my base principle is always support resistance Fibonacci combined with trend. Okay, that is how I make my money and my profit in trading. Okay, so instead of changing my entire strategy in trading by, okay, I'm gonna forget everything I've learned before in the past and I'm only gonna use the gun fan, instead of doing that, you should be using the new thing that you learn to combine in the thing that you're already using to complement the strategy that you're already using. Okay, which is also why I did not want to focus on the gun box and the gun square today, because I think it's a bit complicated. I think if something is that complicated, I don't know if it will be more complementary, or it will be more of a struggle for a new trader. We can valid gun fan with Ichimoku. Yep, you can as well. Okay, so now that's where you can combine even more things with the gun fan, right? So the gun fan is just one aspect to your analysis. Okay, it's just one aspect to your analysis. Okay, so other than the 50%, let me try to see what other levels that I think is very significant. The 25%, sorry, 23.6%, it did line up in this area here. We can see that price came here, kind of did a little bit of reaction here, but the reaction actually went back to the last gun support here. Okay, do you guys see that? It really went back to the last gun support, and it bounced off the last gun support. Okay, it bounced off the last gun support. Okay, so then it broke this area, it went up, and then it came down, and now it's on the back on the 23%. Okay, so I think although we've highlighted like a few of the support resistance here, I don't think it's strong enough. The strong one is here. That means I'm very, very biased that if price manages to get here, right? It manages to get here. I'm very biased to, what is this, USD CHF. I will be quite biased to get in for a sell, to be honest. Yep, I will be very, very biased to get in for a sell when price reaches the 50% and also reaches that support resistance, that resistance area from using the gun fan. Okay, so that's one example of how you can use the gun fan to complement your already existing strategy. Okay, guys, when you learn a new indicator, it's not, I'll forget whatever I learned in the past, I'm only going to use this new thing I learned. Okay, no, the new indicator you learn is supposed to complement your already existing. Why so many colors? Any meaning? No, it's just like Fibonacci. If you pull up Fibonacci, look, I pull up Fibonacci. This one has no colors, but the original settings for Fibonacci actually comes with a lot of colors. It actually looks something like this. It's just that as a trader, I'm just like, oh my God, this is so confusing. There's so much things going on. I'm going to remove the background. So actually, we can do that for the gun fan as well, right? We can do that for the gun fan as well. You can click into the gun fan. I'm sure there is a setting where you can remove the background. Yeah, there you go. And it might be less confusing for you. Why are there different colors? Because the different colors represents the one-to-one that we were, I think I was talking a bit fast just now, so you guys didn't really catch the textbook definition of the 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1. Okay, so the guy who created this indicator was saying that his most expected reaction is always the 1-to-1 line, which is here in this area. You see this 1-to-1 here? So this colors is just easier to, it's supposed to help the traders identify the 1-to-1 a bit more clearly, but honestly, to me, it's really confusing. Thanks for bringing that up, Desiree. I would have much preferred removing the background. This looks less like overwhelming to me. Even the Fibonacci with the background is very overwhelming for me. I really like my chart clean and like super clean. When I look at my chart, I'm like, I know what's happening. Okay, but if you have so much drawing, so much happening, it's just like, what is this trying to tell me? Okay, so don't overcomplicate your charts. I mean, I'm very sure there are like very profitable traders out there with really, really, really overwhelming charts, but when I'm taking you guys for webinar, I'm just sharing my own experience and my own way of trading. My way of trading and my way of charting, my charts needs to be very, very clean. Because if it's not clean, when I come back tomorrow to look at the charts, I'm going to get confused with my own charts. Is there a way we can get the textbook maybe in the VIP room on gun trading? I mean, this video will be recorded, but you can. It's an entry level. I don't think I'll use it on a day-to-day basis. Good to understand how it works. Yes, I do think it is a very interesting. Same, Fabio. I think it's a very interesting indicator, right? There are tons of interesting indicators out there. Look, hundreds of indicators available to us, right? And I'm sure there's a lot of them that look super complicated, look super unique. But the question is it going to help you make money, right? The indicator can be like a star, it can be a heart shape, it can be a flower, it can be the most beautiful indicator you ever seen, but is it going to help you make money? Like, that's the most important thing. We need to prioritize results other than like, yes. So I do think I agree with you totally, Fabio. I think it's a very interesting indicator. I think it will help my trading, but for a new trader, again, okay, I'm saying this for the new trader. Should a new trader be using this indicator, I think there are way easier ways to find support resistance. Okay, so for those who are a bit more advanced here, if you want to go even more in depth in the gun strategy, you definitely can. You definitely can. But for a new trader, do I advise that you go and look for the swing high, swing low, pull out the 45-degree angle, draw out all these lines? Just use the Fibonacci. It's so much simpler. Just use your regular support and resistance. It's so much simpler, honestly. By the way, I expect a little bounce here. Okay, so through all the lines, I hope you can see it. Through all the lines, I hope you can see it. So this now resistance turns support. Okay, this now resistance turns support is actually lining up nicely in the area of this gun. What level is this? This is the 3. This is the 4-to-1 level. Okay, this is it's lining nicely to the 4-to-1 level. I do expect a little bit of bounce here, at least to the next gun level here. Okay, so yes, it is a good indicator. If you guys want to go in depth to this, you can. Do I think there's easier, more simpler ways to find support resistance? I definitely know there's for sure. Like the horizontal lines are definitely simpler. Okay. Yeah, but can you guys let me know in the comments if you guys have ever used this before? This could use as a trailing stop, maybe. Yes. Sorry, I forgot to mention this indicator can be used very nicely for placing your stop loss. Okay, because you can now use like these levels here as a reference as well. But then again, the Fibonacci can do that as well. Okay, then again, Fibonacci can do that as well. Support resistance can do that as well. Okay, so if I were to like think that this is a buy, for example, right? I would place my stop loss under the next level, which is the, okay, so this level is the 4.4-to-1. I can put it under the 8-to-1, but that's actually a very far stop loss level. But yes, this is just for example. I'm sure in another layout it will work the same. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you learned something new. I think this is an interesting topic. Okay, I hope you learned something new. For those who want to go in depth into gun trading, you can. If you find like consistent results using the gun, do let me know. Okay, do let me know. Maybe there's something I'm missing here that, because when I learned this indicator, I'm just like, I think it's a cool indicator, but is it worth all the complications? Not, right? Right? Because some people will look at Elliott wave. This is the Elliott wave. Okay, some people will look at Elliott wave and think that it's a really cool indicator, but is it worth all the calculations? So Elliott wave is an indicator that requires you to think of multiple possible scenarios. Okay, so the Elliott wave, you're going to use Elliott wave to like deconstruct where you think price is going. Some traders will look at Elliott wave like, okay, I think Elliott wave is a good indicator, but is it something that is worth? It can be very complicated. Is it something that is worth using on a daily basis? Yeah, so I'll leave it to you guys. You guys are here every week, right? Learning different indicators. Once you learn it, you decide yourself which indicator works the best for you. I personally think this is a good indicator. Will I use it on a daily basis? Maybe once in a while. Yeah. Okay, thanks guys. I'll see you guys again next week. Thanks Bob. Thanks Kelvin. I'll see you guys again next week. Thanks Hussein. Thanks Desiree, Jamilu, thanks Clinton. There's so many of you. I'm just gonna thank those that are like the regulars and I remember. Thanks Chris, thanks Brian, thanks Jess. For the rest of you, it's nice meeting. Oh, hey Choi. Welcome. I didn't know you joined English webinars as well. Okay, so Choi is from my Malay webinar. Yeah, for the rest of you, it's nice meeting you. If this is the first time we have met, I will see you guys. Thanks Igor, thanks Edmund. I'll see you guys again when I will be doing the next webinar for you. I'm not sure if I will be doing these webinars for you guys again, but I'm still around. Once in a while, Des will ask me, hey, are you free to do a webinar? Then I'll be like, depending on my schedule. So hopefully my next schedule allows me to see you guys again soon. And hopefully the next time I see you guys, will be learning another cool indicator. But I will tell, whenever I'm teaching you guys something, right, I will tell you honestly if I think it's useless or not, right? It's if I think it's useful or not. For this, I think it's good. Is it worth all the hassle? I don't think so, honestly. Personally, I don't think so. How long did you travel for? Oh, I'm not traveling recently because I have been focusing on my businesses. Yeah, so I've been focusing my businesses, haven't been traveling lately. I just got back from Korea though. I was supposed to go to Europe in a few months, but I canceled my Europe trip because of something that I can share with you guys if I take you guys the next time. Okay, bye guys. Nice catching up with you guys again. See you guys soon. Okay, bye.